going on, boys? It is Thursday? Wednesday. I don't even know what fucking day it is. Anyways, Wednesday, early morning, just got in. Got a couple cars dropped off last night. This one needs a starter and all kinds of stuff. It has oil leaks, fucking galore. It's fucked up. So we're gonna recommend a whole bunch of stuff on that. This one came in because supposedly it doesn't start after like 2 days of sitting. The customer replaced the battery like 3 times this year or last year. So they brought it in. I thought it was gonna be like a draw somewhere. And I had my DMM on it. So the way I like to check for voltage draws is I like to just put my DMM on there, and then I like to see if after a long time the voltage drops. So like last night I came in, you know, the car sat here all night. It had 12.6 volts. Right now it has 12.8. Okay, and there's nothing drawing it. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a voltage drop, but let me show you again. What it does have is this freaking cable is loose. So I think that's why it's not starting up for the customer. He installed it himself. Probably doesn't know how the hell to install a battery, which is not a big deal. A lot of people don't, and the cables are probably just too loose, and he just didn't realize it. He says that the car like takes a long time for it to start sometimes. Like it won't crank, it just clicks. So that's probably what's happening. No voltage drop. I mean, the voltage is the same as it was last night, essentially. So I don't think we're gonna see any issues with it dying. So we'll see. I'm gonna have it here for another day, and I'm gonna see maybe this weekend. I don't know. The guy is out of town, so I'm gonna have it for a couple days, and we're gonna see if it actually does do what he's saying it does. I don't think so though. I think it's just gonna be the battery cable. But if you are checking for a problem with a system that, you know, a circuit that's draining the battery, what I like to do is just make sure, like confirm. You can pretty much see it like right away. Have the DMM on the battery post, and you can see the voltage just drop normally. Sometimes it's really slow, so overnight you could see it going from like 12 volts to like 8 volts. But one thing you can do is just put the DMM on there and then start removing fuses for like every circuit one by one, and then see if the voltage like jumps up. Because when you remove the fuse for a certain circuit, most of the time the voltage would like jump up, and you could see that that circuit is probably the main culprit in the issue. So I wish this one was that issue, so I could kind of show you guys what I do to check that. Because it's like, for me, it's the quickest way. You know, I know there's other ways to do that, but for me, I just pull fucking fuses until I see the voltage just jump up, and then I target that specific circuit, that specific system. Anyways, so we're gonna recommend battery cables on that, and then just be 100% sure there's no draw. And then I got another car coming in, a check engine light. The customer's waiting, so I can't record it, which sucks. I don't like when customers wait because I can't record stuff. You know, I can't talk to the camera and take my time with it. And I got a new Matco magazine, or whatever the fuck this is called. This is for March 2/18 to 3/12, 2007 or 2017. So we're gonna go through this one because there's a lot of stuff in here that I think is bullshit, and I don't want you guys to buy. So the biggest problem with mechanics, boys, is that we buy a lot of tools that we really don't need, or tools that we could find somewhere else that are way better. Okay, and that's kind of the one thing that I really want to focus on, is making sure you guys buy tools that you're gonna actually need. Like for me, for example, I have bought like 3 different sets of wire strippers throughout my career until I finally found the proper ones. These bad boys. These are the best wire strippers on the market, and you can buy these from anywhere online. But you'll buy wire strippers that don't fucking work because you don't know any better. And you know, you're just a young guy trying to buy some fucking wire strippers, but you can't find some that work. And then, you know, 3 years in, you've gone through like 3 sets of them. Look, I have I have more than this. I know I have more than this. I have like 3 or 4 of these, different types, small ones, big ones, and these are snap-on. And they don't work. They don't work as well as these bad boys. So the whole point of the channel, boys, is for every time I do like a tool review, I'll do tool reviews and give you guys better options than what's out there. And the reason why I recommend certain things is because they do a better job at what they're supposed to do. And I don't want you guys to keep wasting money on the same fucking tool. Yeah, you could use the wire strippers that I just showed you, these fuckers, and they'll do a decent job, but you can't get into like tight spaces with these. You know what I mean? So I try to give you guys the best options so you guys don't waste your money. Because that's what I did. I fucking bought like, I have 3 sets of certain things because I found some that work better. So that's what we're trying to do. So I'll go through this catalog and then show you guys what I think is bullshit, what you guys shouldn't buy. And I'll do that later in another video. But anyways, today it's gonna be a pretty good day, busy, and we're back on it. We're back on the vlogs, we're back on it. I got my internet, kinda. Anyways, that's my problem. I'll figure it out. I'll see you guys soon. Let's get to work. Okay boys, all we're gonna do is a starter today because the customer didn't want to do any of the oil leaks. Valve cover is leaking, oil pan gas is leaking, everything's leaking. O2 sensors are all bound up. It's a pretty dismal looking situation down here. It is what it is though. I should be wearing safety glasses because oil is gonna fall into my eyes. So for the first time, I think you guys will see me wear safety glasses when I'm underneath the car. I normally don't wear safety glasses. I should though. I should practice safety precautions, especially since I'm on YouTube. Half of you guys were like, Mister, I don't wear safety glasses. Okay. 13. Quick and easy. Quick and easy. Easy job, easy money on this one. Oh, I got the computer for the sleep. Oh, not the computer. The harness. Okay, so is it 13? Yeah. Oh, it's a 12. No, it's a 13. So I got, okay, so last Saturday, Friday, I made a video on the installation of my computer for Sleeper. But I couldn't finish it because I didn't have the correct connector for the computer to my laptop. So I was pretty pissed off. I didn't want to upload the video because I was in a really bad mood. Because I had the whole entire car apart, ready to put the computer in, and then I didn't have the right fucking connector for my laptop. So I'm like, what the fuck? I was so mad. I was so mad. I didn't upload it. I went on to DIY Auto-Tune and I bought the right connector, which I wish they would have just told me I needed before I even ordered the computer, because I would have ordered it all together. You know, made it easy, and then I wouldn't have to take everything apart and then put it all back together. But I got the connector today. So today we are gonna be replacing the computer on Sleeper. I got a phone call. If you guys don't know my biggest what I hate the most is being covered in oil. Being covered in oil is one of my biggest pet peeves. How are you gonna be a mechanic and not like being covered in oil, right? Well, you know what could really fuck up a starter is oil. Alright, they sent me the wrong fucking starter. Okay, let me get the right one and then we'll be back. Alright boys, we're gonna switch gears. DIY Auto Tune finally sent me the connector for my laptop. So last Friday I was having a bunch of fucking problems because I ended up not having the correct connector for my for the computer. So it was pointless for me to install the computer in the car because I wasn't going to be able to tune it. So I didn't want to drive the car without knowing what the hell was happening to it. Kind of like I am now. So we finally got the connector in today. So I'm going to throw in the computer in Sleeper and then tune it and then try to get a map in there and make sure that everything looks good. There's no issues with fuel trims or it running lean. So we're going to do that right now. And then I'm waiting for the starter for the Frontier. So once that gets in there, I'll throw that in, no big deal. And then we should be good to go. All right, let's go. All right, let's do this. All right. All right, boys, like I said, I already got a lot of this stuff apart. I had to put everything back, like, kind of just sitting there, just because I want to put everything back together. I will upload a little bit of the video that I did on Friday, so you guys can see exactly how I took this stuff off. Pretty straightforward. Computer does have a chip. My old computer does have a chip, but you know, I can't data log anything, which sucks because I mean this thing is cammed, so it runs really crazy in the morning and when it's cold and just an idle. So I gotta make sure it doesn't actually have a misfire. Well, it kind of has a misfire because crazy cams like Sleeper has, you essentially have a misfire. But I don't want it to have a ridge condition at idle either. So anyways, let me throw that in. Okie dokie. First things first, I'm just gonna kind of like hook it in here and then see if everything works properly with the computer. I don't want to, you know, put it all back together and then have any issues and then have to pull everything apart. So I'm gonna let it just sit here first and have an issue with the computer or not being able to tune it or whatever. But then I'll tuck all these wires and route them in, put them all nice, so it'll be all nice and hidden. But I do have to run the vacuum line from the intake to the computer, and I'm gonna tap into the fuel pressure regulator because that's where DIY tells me to tap into it. I have a T that I'm gonna use to tap into it. I'm gonna use this T to tap into it, and we should be good to go. So I'm gonna run this through the firewall and then tap it in, and I should be able to hook up my laptop after I do that. So let's do that, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So I was gonna run the vacuum line through the firewall, but the firewall is really sealed up. So unfortunately, I can't find a hole to put it in, which is really rare because I normally don't have a problem with finding a hole to put it in. So I'm running it through the outside right now, and then I'm gonna have to drill a hole in the firewall so I can put the vacuum line through it. I tried to put it through this grommet. I was gonna drill a hole through this grommet and put it through the side, which I might still do because actually that might be a little cleaner. You know, this is rubber, so I'll be able to kind of like, this will seal up against the rubber. But right now, I want to just see if it'll turn on and make sure everything's good with it. So I'm just gonna run the vacuum line through the outside for right now, and then button everything up once I know the computer is working and there is no issues before I go through all that trouble of doing that. So anyways, got the computer routed. I got the vacuum line routed to the computer. So now I'm gonna hook up my laptop to it, and it should start right up. We'll see. First time ever using Mega Squirt, and hopefully it does what it's supposed to do. Let's do that. So I'm gonna try to start the car up and see if I can see anything. Okay, let me get the timing at least set and hopefully get this thing idling, and then we'll mess with everything else. I got the starter in for the Frontier, so let me go put that in too, and then we'll keep messing with this thing. But at least it kind of starts. It smells rich as fuck though. It's the right one. Alright boys, so I'm gonna do the timing on this thing and hopefully get it to at least stay running. That's the goal. Damn car turns off. Okay boys, so we got the timing done. Alright boys, so we got the car essentially all done. I can actually see everything. The car runs and it actually runs okay. I haven't been able to tune it yet though. I still have to do some stuff to the program to get it to tune. Let me show you guys what I mean. So we got the gauges here essentially all done. So we got all the gauges working, we got the air fuel ratio is good, engine RPMs, everything's good essentially. I still have to drive the car and get it a little bit more tuned. I still gotta mess with the air fuel ratio a little bit because it is running a little bit rich. I still gotta do a couple more things to it, but essentially it's all set. It does get a little bit, you see that, a little bit rich in the air fuel ratio. Not a big deal though, we still have some more tuning to do. And I'm gonna take it to a couple of tuners. I'm gonna call a couple of tuners tomorrow and see if they could tune with the Mega Squirt. Hopefully they can, because that'd be awesome. But essentially all set. Alright boys, we're all set for today. Half of my day was taken up by fucking Mega Squirt. But it's all good. We got it all done. And the car runs well. It runs better than before, to be honest with you. But it does smell rich as fuck. Which is a good thing. Well, it's not a good thing. I'd rather it be rich than lean, that's for sure. But it does smell rich. I gotta fix that. Like I said, I'm gonna call a couple tuners tomorrow and try to get some quotes for a good tune. Hopefully they could tune Mega Squirt, because you know, we'll see what they say. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Buy your shirts and your gloves at automechanicssupply.com. It's the best way to support your boy. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.